happy to have you here today. We're about to start the show, hooray. Welcome to Amy's Art Cabaret.
Yay, with Barb. Also
Barb.
Welcome, everyone. Yay, and welcome, Barb. Not that you're not always here. Are you always here?
I am literally always here.
And
you sign out of this thing, I'm still here.
Should I leave now and see if that's true?
You can try it.
And
it's just me and Mango.
I was gonna say, Admiral Mango is here. Here he is again. He survived the week.
He did survive.
Did he fly you somewhere, Barb? I think you were telling me about how he was going to hold on to you. What part of the body did he hold on as he flew you?
Well, he was holding on right here. This is why I have to hold him on, because his claws are still so tired from carrying me all the way up to San Jose.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty far, you know.
Was there strong headwinds? Was he able to get there quickly?
We kind of were like going sideways, so it kept on going like that, but he was only holding on one side, so I'm just like hanging like this.
I was gonna say it's tiresome for Barb.
It was tiring for both of us. I mean, to be fair.
Do you have feeling back in your arm? Are both arms working now?
Well, it's been almost a week, so I've got most of it back.
You're fine.
Most of it's back.
Cool.
This one's still a little stiff, but you know.
Yeah, you know. We'll just practice what Josh said to us and do some pop locking.
Oh boy,
well, that's probably not what you're supposed to do when you're stiff.
Hey, that's better. That's way better than before when he first showed us. Ow.
Josh, you're watching. Thank you for these tips. We'll definitely have you on for a show.
Yeah,
and,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. That's a promise, everyone.
Who do you have with you today?
Oh, well, thank you. I have these guys. They haven't told me their names yet because they're a little shy about sharing identity, and they're worried about identity theft. So they'll tell me later.
That's understandable. That's understandable.
But they did this quick drawing with me.
Lovely.
You know,
this
is where they reside, in this palm tree, in the box on the bottom. That's where they live.
I like it. Yeah. There you go.
In case anyone was wondering.
That's good, being able to draw the environment you live in and then live there.
That's a great idea.
I like that.
I might do that today. We
could do that. Should we do that?
Yeah. And I'm supposed to have questions for you, right? But I wanted to show you something first. Another thing. As Marionette wants us to know that I did not torture them at all, but I made myself a new necklace, and if you might notice, it looks a little similar.
I do see that. I was a little concerned, given that she started out the comment with you didn't torture us at all, because I'm like, that was kind of out of nowhere. Mary Annette. I mean.
Well, she accepts that nickname too. She's gonna go over here. She was helping
Annette
me
Marie.
yesterday. Yeah, I was on a bit art break virtual thing yesterday, and I was like, I wanted something colorful to wear, and these little guys would only work with wire, so I can do some weird stuff now with my necklace.
Nice.
Because I can only make a necklace with wire.
Twist it into like weird little balls just all over.
Yeah,
all over you. Yeah, that'd be great.
A monocle.
Beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah, and I also wanted to show off my shirt, and then we'll talk about Barb, because I think that's what we're talking about today, Barb.
Who's that?
I don't know. Let me find her.
Barb?
Yeah. Barb, can you see my buttons?
I see there's birds. Oh, wait. They're ice creams.
Yes. I made ice cream. I made an ice cream shirt that has birds on, bunnies, and all sorts of
bunnies and birds. Animals. Yeah. Wait, what? Birds, animals, Amy? No. Never. Never.
So I wanted to let everyone know that I did not finish my card yet.
I was gonna say let's talk about what we did before.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to see more. Okay.
Well, I
Wait, I'm
this
full
part
screening you.
here, this part here, everyone, is metal. It's
Ooh.
just a small metal piece, a little.
It's a needle threader.
Correct. And it hurts when you put hot glue down and then you push it with your
Mm.
finger. Don't do that.
Mhm.
And then I started the back. I like it a lot, but I need to
Mhm.
finish it. So
I like that.
yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
it's pretty good. So
This is your artist trading card.
yes. my wrong size artist trading card. But there's no wrong size. You do what you want. Barb,
True.
how did
Yeah.
your trading cards go?
Yeah, so the one I was trying to do last week, I failed on the first one, and then I was trying to do it again, and it wasn't happening really in like during the stream, but after the end, I kind of managed to get this kind of carved down to something that I actually kind of like.
I like that a lot too.
It kind of needs like, you know, decoration. It needs paint or something. And it's made from
I was thinking it's
scraps.
a stamp or
it could be, because I thought about that too, making stamps. I could do like a block print with it. In fact,
cool.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have to do that. But because I was like so faily on it, and I wanted to do more artist trading card things.
Yes,
I made like a little book, a little notebook.
Let's look at the book.
And this is like scrap laminate stuff. And cool. I decorated the front. So this is my my artist trading card book. And it has so there's a whole bunch of pages in here, so I could start drawing in there. So I've got these, and a lot of this is done with paint pens. So I get that. Actually, all of these are paint pens.
I like it. Oh, that's a flower. Nice.
That
abstract whale or dolphins.
That little thing.
Circle.
Which is like cool. I like all of the these are all of the kind of the metallic colorful ones, you know.
Oh, the paint pen metallic.
Yeah. Ooh, all the metallic ones. That. And then this one was just last night. Bzzz. And it's a bee.
A bee.
I had to make myself a little template for hexagons because I didn't have something like that. But we dug up this this notebook that says "Be safe." But I'm like, I'm gonna do like that. I'm gonna like, you know, go make a straight line version of it.
You know, I would have just assumed that you just drew a bee, but I don't think people realize how much studying, I guess, for the lack of a better word, that you do for your art. Like my art, I was explaining to some people yesterday. I just grab stuff and start going. But I know for some of it, you do that. We do that a lot on the show, so I know you do that. But there are bigger things that you do that you think about and study a bit.
I like thinking.
I like
thinking. I like doing research on stuff, especially because I do a lot of bigger projects that use other media that I haven't done before, or techniques or stuff like that. So I don't have to learn about it, but it makes it a little bit easier to kind of try it out when I have some vague idea.
Make it a little bit more. And for instance, like that photo that I posted on social media of you were really steampunk, not a pirate, but I was.
Oh, my steampunk. Yeah.
How many things in that did you make? I know you made your hat.
Well, now I want to look at it. Yeah, no. I made the hat. The hat has. Okay, wait. I've got to pull it up because I seriously don't remember what all is in it.
Bring it with her,
a lot of it. Yeah, I did not, alas. Okay, but wait. There it is. Yes, I made the hat and I made the goggles on the hat.
Are you able to share that picture for those who didn't see the post?
I can.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, let me do that. That's a good idea.
Thanks.
That's a good idea, Amy Bauer. There we go. Okay. So yes. So I I made the hat and I made the goggles that are on top. They're based off of goggles kind of like these. But then I 3D printed parts to put into them so that they, you know, would have like little extension dealy bobbers. And I painted it all. There's a whole bunch of things like I did the feathers on the hat. There's a bunch of like little attached bits on there. I made the vest. I did not make the shirt, although I did make the frilly thing.
Yeah. Nice.
I made the pointy finger thingy.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The scissor mechanism. Yeah, I did that, and I made the gauntlet that's on my arm, which has a compass and a bunch of 3D printed parts and gears that do turn.
Very cool. And
I did not make the glasses or the loop.
And you didn't make Barb.
I did not make. Well, I mean, in a way, I was involved in the making of Barb.
You contributed, but that's a good question for another show. How much of yourself did you make? We really need to get some scientists.
I get really philosophical going on.
Yeah, we need philosophers and scientists in the same episode so we could discuss that. Yeah. Totally. Well, thank you for sharing that, Barb.
Thank you for sharing it.
Cool.
You pulled it out of
Barb didn't know I stole that off her site. But,
well, until I saw it on Twitter. Yeah.
I did tag you, so you would see it. Yes. Very cool. Okay, well, last week Barb was kind enough to interview me and prepare questions, and I just wanted the audience to know that I didn't prepare any.
I like it.
So if anyone wants to put any questions in the comment stream, I'll try to pay attention and ask her questions, because I'm sure you have some for Barb. And Barb, you also told me that the theme for the week was doodle, and I totally forgot.
She forgot. Yeah.
I have no excuse. I just forgot. I don't know if I was listening.
That's fine. It's that kind of a theme. It's kind of like a pick up a pen and just like start messing around. Yeah.
Well, strangely enough, I did grab my watercolor markers and a pad and also my other trading cards to draw.
Excellent.
So maybe part of me did remember the theme. I just didn't share it as I grabbed my giant pile of fabric scraps.
Goodness.
I think I just dropped them on myself while I did that.
Ish. It is.
Oh, what time is it, Barb? Oh,
it's art time.
It's art time.
I didn't put in a little thing that said that, but I was thinking about doodling on here. I might just doodle on paper. But I was thinking about putting paper on here and then doodling because I want a new clock. Actually, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'll start working for the clock.
Yeah, I'm very
I was going to take the hands off and like get some other paper to put on top of it and then doodle on the paper.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was the thought.
I like it. Are you going to still do that? Maybe. Do you have the tools in reach to take the apart? Do you actually need tools?
Well, you just have to pull. You just pull off the.
Well, let us see.
Let's find out. Yeah. Let's find out. How difficult is this going to be to do?
Barb breaks things. That's Barb's other
Barb breaks things. Yeah, my YouTube channel is Barb Makes Things. There we go. Yeah. Oh. They usually just pop off.
So the tool that you need, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hands.
Is your fingers. Yeah.
Or fingers. Make sure you have functioning fingers. Or
fingers are good.
Barb's
I'm trying not to break it. Yeah. I mean, I could pull out pliers, but it's kind of just that it's pokey.
It's pokey. That's the official terminology for it hurts. Be careful. It's sharp.
I have pliers here. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it.
I've got tools.
No.
You don't know?
I don't know. Like, I don't want to break it. I really.
Well, is there anything from behind, or is it just with the battery?
It seems like this is usually the from all of the clocks that I've done. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're just like it's just pressure fit. It's just friction fit. So you just have to carefully pull them out. There we go. Yeah.
Well, while Barb works on that, I have 1,000 things I want to do. But to narrow it down.
Are you're gonna doodle? Uh-huh.
I have this old doodle that when I was trying to make the Amy's Art Cabaret.
Yes.
And I guess I messed up the hyphen and I started to make a heart, or I messed up the S. I didn't like my
Amy Heart S. I see.
I don't know if I could fix this. This is why I made a second one that's on the other page that you've all seen at the opening.
Yeah.
But I might add to this one now. I think that's what I'll do until I decide to work on the artist trading cards. As Barb breaks things. Here we go. Yeah. And then put in your questions because I do have a question. I'll start. So Barb.
Yes.
Right now with the clock, for an example.
Yeah.
How long have you had that clock? When did you think about taking it apart? You know, and why are you doing it today?
I have had this clock for approximately an hour. I'm one of the things I'm doing while I'm here visiting my parents is helping out cleaning. And for y'all who met my mom on Amy's 8 Cafe, Amy's Art Cafe.
Was I writing
previously,
Army? Is that why I was trying to fix
Army?
This? No,
yes, that's why. On Army's at 8 Cafe, previously, my mom was on, and she's an artist.
What's your mom's name? What did she do?
My mama's name is Diane Noren, and she had us do dolls stuff.
We were decorating doll bodies.
That's what decorating doll bodies. And that's when I started working more on Admiral Mango.
Yes.
So,
because he's a doll of sorts.
He's a bird doll.
A bird doll. That sounds like it should be a song. Bird doll.
I mean, bird dog.
But that's why I was saying that for anyone who noticed. Yeah.
That it was a bird
doll. I
don't
think
dog.
I can fix. I think. Oh, I might have to insert some fabric to fix this. That's doodling too. If I put some fabric in here.
Totally.
Oh, how did these get in there?
Whatever.
I don't know what I'm doing on this table.
It's kind of whatever. This is doodling. So I'm always like all of my.
Oh, so what you're saying is that clock,
sketchy.
That clock you just found.
Yeah, we just found it. And then I was thinking like, oh, I could use a clock in my loft, but I didn't like this. And then it's like, oh, hey, we've got Amy's Art Cabaret coming up. I could just, decorate it. Yeah. Like if something is not just right, like you fix it, you make it something cooler. Because that's how that works.
Is that the Barb motto?
That's kind of the Barb motto.
I like it.
I've not thought of it that way until now, but I'm on board.
Maybe it isn't. And
no, it kind of is. Like my whole life is it's been like not perfect. Okay, hack it.
That's true. I don't know why I said that's true. I haven't known you your whole life. That would.
I mean, you've known me for a chunk of it.
I have known you for a chunk of it. Yes, it's true.
See, now I'm considering whether I want to do this. Yeah. I do want to do this because I want to do the numbers.
Oh yeah, so that
because
you can see what time it is.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing that I like to do. Is
do you want numbers or Roman numeral numbers, or do you want like weird abstract things that are representational of numbers?
I mean, see, like, because if we get into, maybe I could do graph paper. Maybe I'll just do straight up graph paper. That sounds good. I like that. And then I can put stuff on top of it. Or I can doodle on the graph paper. I like it.
Yeah.
That's the plan. New plan.
New plan, everyone.
Save those pretty papers for later. So we'll do this. But one of the other things that I like to do in terms of doodling is this is you haven't seen this one, Amy.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm working on well, it started out like I just was doing kind of like some straight lines. It started out I was kind of getting inspiration of the shape from Naomi Campbell, and then when I started doing more lines in here, it started like looking a little more David Bowie to me. So I'm really not sure at this point who it is.
It could be both of them.
It's true. So I've got a lot of I like doing lettering. I like typography. And I had a project recently where I just made a whole bunch of typefaces. And so because of this, I have a whole lot of numbers in my pocket that I can use. Like these are kind of cool. This would be fun.
Yeah.
Like these cardboard numbers.
Are we good? Oh, you should. That would be cool.
I do like those. Actually, that would go really well on the graph paper. I like that a lot. And there's that. And then there's these guys. This is fun. I haven't finished this font yet. That's fun. Also haven't finished that one. This is some weirdness. Oh, maybe I don't. It's weirdness. It is weirdness. And then that's cool. And that's a thing. And yeah.
How many of them did you make? Like 30?
I think in 13. Yeah, initially, because it was a 30-day project, I was thinking, oh, I'll make 30 of them. And then I realized that was not a realistic goal. So I just was like, I'll work on them every day for 30 days. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Because as I host Fun a Day LA, which you've been part of, and I've hosted it for several years now, Richard and I. Yeah. And you work on art for the month of January. And I always explain right away, it can be one piece of art that you work on every single day. It could be a couple pieces of art. It could be 31 pieces of art. It could be you picked up one piece of art that you worked on for one day in the entire month. But you still get to be in the show. So really it's your own interpretation. And so that's your month-long project. Do you normally make yourself like have to stick to a deadline? Does that work for you?
It kind of depends. Like, I mean, because I've had a number of kind of forums for projects over the years. Like I had, like when I was doing my YouTube channel all the time, youtube.com/barbmixings, if you're curious. And there's almost 200 videos on there.
500 million.
There's a lot. Yeah. And so I was doing those every day of the week, which is a lot. And that gives you a deadline and it makes you really, really productive, but it's also extremely like stressful. It's a lot of pressure. There's a part of the reason I kind of wound up pulling back from that. So I might go back at some point here and jump into it again. But the 30-day thing comes from another live stream I do with some folks on Friday nights called Deep Fried Neurons.
Yeah, and you all have to come on. But anyway, go on.
Yeah. You need to. Yeah, we should. We could totally get them to come on. Well, I say that I could strong arm them.
Barb, I could strong arm them. Other people's wills.
Guess what, Carlin and Todd, you're coming on on here. They know the format. They know this tool that we use to stream the things. They know StreamYard. But yeah, we make stuff, and it used to be weekly deadlines and weekly projects, and then we decided, no, that's too much decision making. So let's just cut it down to one a month and spend a little bit longer.
Nice. Well, Barb, I see that your mom is listening.
I see that too.
She said that she has known you all your life.
That's true.
It's very true. Moms usually do. And that at 4, did she say something embarrassing? We can only hope so, everyone. Mom.
A little bit.
At 4, Barb announced that she was smarter than her parents. Barb, do you still feel that you're smarter than your parents?
Considering that they're watching, yes, I am. No.
Barb gets kicked out again. I don't know if you're ever kicked out, but
I was never kicked out. No, we have different kinds of intelligences. Everybody has different intelligences.
But what did 4
So I'm ducking the question. That was my dad in the background. I didn't see what he did.
I didn't either. I wasn't watching, but I'm sure it was good.
They're watching.
Yeah.
I wonder how much delay there is. That's a good question too, because they're watching from the other room. Oh no, is this not big enough?
Barb ends up on. What's the major highway up there, Barb?
There's a lot of them.
Well, what was the one you took?
I took the 101.
Okay.
They would argue that I took 101.
Either way, Barb ends up on 101. That's where you're
101.
sleeping tonight.
That's what I'm sleeping on. I'm sleeping on the road. I'm sleeping in my car.
Barb in the car. If anyone sees her, just leave her some art supplies.
Barb the car and
Barb the car.
Barb in the car and the 101. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know, but I'm starting to make a trading card that I might want to keep.
Oh, I'm kind of like a fan of like all of these ones that I put into this book. Into this little trading card book. I kind of don't want, like, I was thinking I could like cut them out and give them to people, but I'm kind of liking them in a book and having just like a little artist trading card book.
It is pretty cool. I don't know.
It's kind of fun.
I belong to some artist trading card groups, but I don't know if anyone has a book. I'll have to find out. Do you have a book?
Do you have a book? An ATC book.
And I get invited to all these shows, but I don't go to any of them. They're in Canada usually.
That's a bit of a commute.
It depends on what part of Canada, but yes.
I mean, are you aware of a part of Canada that's like within 20 minutes from LA, or?
Oh, I guess I should have said how far you think commute is. You know, like how far too far to drive. Everyone, how far is too far to drive for Barb?
That's a
20
good
minutes.
question. Kind of. I mean, I live real close to. I like not having to. Yeah, I like not having to go too far for
Barb
these things.
Doesn't go far.
Barb, not far from the
Barb,
car.
But
yes.
If you don't go that far, are you really a pirate then?
Okay, well, I thought we weren't talking about our alternate lives today. We could. No, that's a whole other matter.
I'm making a pirate artist trading card right now. How could I not talk about pirates?
Should I make this clock pirate themed?
No, well, that's up to you. You have to look at it every day.
Well, it would be difficult if I'm going with the cardboard numbers.
The next clock.
Yeah. The next clock will be a pirate clock. Yeah, that's the plan then. Well, I mean, we were thinking next time we have just us on the show, we can just go pirate again.
Shh, don't tell them.
Sorry. I mean, we are pirates. That was the first one. It was just us being pirates.
It was. What's a pirate color? Orange? I've decided. Anyway, wait, I'm
orange, red, stripes.
Let me get back to interviewing Barb.
Oh, we're interviewing. That's right. This is an interview.
I didn't prepare at all, but I thought, Barb. Barb. I did have questions, so I was thinking about topics of things that Barb makes. And some of the things, like how do you have a process of how you come up with what you're going to make?
It's a kind of a variety of processes. There's a number of different ways I come up with ideas. Some of it is just like, a lot of it, I like a lot of stuff.
Complicated question.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit. I like a lot. Okay, I like a lot of stuff.
That's true.
So that's the thing. I have like a whole lot of interests, which makes sometimes it kind of tricky to, get things done. It's that whole ADHD thing, but like that also means that I have I'm kind of a generalist. So that means I've got a ton of different kinds of when you have all those different interests, it becomes easier to make weird connections and decide to overlap your lettering and mechanisms. Like my new 30-day project is I'm making mechanical letters.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to see?
Who doesn't?
The current state of that? I modeled some of this in 3D. I did some 3D modeling of it.
So you picked to make them mechanical lettering because you just did some lettering, or?
So it was a combination of, yes, because my previous 30-day project was doing all that typography. And then I'm also just a big fan of mechanisms because they're fun.
Yeah.
And then I also like doing 3D modeling and 3D printing. And I discovered, or I wanted to try out using Fusion 360, the 3D modeling software I like to use, because it has tools for making motion. And so I wanted to use it to mock up physical, like little machine letters. So if I show you this, I showed this all last night on the deep fried neurons. So you can see my curiosity is this word that I'm doing. And so I've got some, like, a lot of this is just like inspiration pictures, except the C is in fact something I've already done.
It's a clamp thing, the scissor thing.
Scissor mechanism. So if you, if I pull up, yep.
Gone
no,
like that.
Hang on. I will pull it up. I have an animated GIF of it.
I'm holding on.
That I will show you. Hold on to something.
I'm holding
Hold on to your butts. Here we go. That. Ooh. So if you make this model, you can you can get the you can add motion and joints to it, and so you can mock up these actual things and see what it's going to look like. So, like, this is one of those cases of combining all of my things together.
Yeah.
So I'm using one of the fonts one of these typefaces that I made to write out curiosity. And then I'm making mechanisms of it, and I'm doing 3D modeling of it to try it out. And then I'll use those files to do laser cut, either on thin pieces of scrap wood or on scraps of acrylic that we have around CrashSpace. Wood. Yeah, like scrap plywood. It's kind of like the that other hand wavy thing that I made that I don't know if I showed on this show.
I don't know. You made so many things. We just saw the.
I know. I make a lot of things.
Barb makes a lot of things.
Barb makes a lot of things. Barb does make a lot of things. Wait, where's the other? Oh, here. I will pull up I will pull that up too.
Okay, you pull that up as I keep working on my trading card.
You do that.
I don't know what I'm doing on this one, but I already just found a piece of fabric that fits this perfectly.
Here. That's my hand wavy deal.
Oh yes, I don't think we saw that on here.
Very I don't think I don't think
and
I showed it here.
What did you color it with? Is it markers or?
It's actually that's acrylic paint that I watered down so that you could still kind of see a bit of the wood grain through it.
Instead of the grain, yeah.
Yeah, because like, I mean, if it's on wood, like, you know, don't hide it entirely. I mean, you can, but it's got to be a very intentional choice. In this case, I like showing the wood because I like wood. I like woodworking stuff.
Very cool.
That thing is that. And to be able to do something along these lines involves a combination of weird interests, including those little pins. Those pins are made out of 3D filament, like little scraps of 3D filament that I like melt both sides of and make a little rivet out of.
So I don't think these are weird interests. I think these are more of varied. And what I like the most about it was like the pins that you just described about how you took the scraps and molded them into and used them, because I use everything.
Yeah.
And I've always done that. And I still have my big box of paper scraps and fabric scraps and everything. I don't use as much wood and stuff, but I do have some wood scraps around somewhere in here, you know, and lots of paper and even Anne Marie, as you called Marie and Annette. 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 That's how you say her name in another language. I don't know what this was. This is just a random piece of plastic I found, but everything else is spools from thread and other scraps. But yeah, so I love that. But I also love the movement. That's really cool.
I'm into having the movement. I'm into mixing all of the different media together and just kind of messing with it.
Very cool.
Let's get the main 4 numbers in, and then I'll see. Let's see, 1, 2. So yeah, I'm gonna use this to. I sometimes do like a less. I tend to do a more detailed kind of doodling.
Oh,
you know,
still doodling. Very cool.
It's like it's fiddling and such.
Oh no, doodling is awesome. I doodle all the time.
Yeah, I'm into doodling.
Right now, though, I'm cutting, not doodling.
That's a totally valid thing to do.
Because there's some weird fabric samples with some weird like things that I need to cut out because I want them.
Yeah.
In this piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like making all of these like letters, I'll like kind of get a rough idea, and you just do it all in pencil and then ink over it.
Oh,
to figure out what it's actually going to, the final thing will be like.
I don't know if I'd ever do all that. Maybe I would.
Yeah.
Although I can't say that I only do really fast things because I do giant things that take weeks.
That's true.
So.
You do.
But for the show, I just want to do quick things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Like a bucket, a barrel.
Are you barreling?
That has a radish and an apple and a flower and a bird. It's a very interesting combination that I needed to have.
I'm into it. Here is my 2. Let's see. 2 goes over here.
Oh, the pirate should be above him. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. The pirate needs a nose, though. It's always do pirates have noses, Barb?
That depends on what their history has been like. I mean, you know, if you're a pirate and you're really good with the sword and you don't really get into a whole lot of scraps, your nose might be fine. However, that could easily not be the case.
Oh, Barb, that reminds me of one of my questions. I did think of questions. I just didn't write them down. Nice. One of my questions was, Barb,
yes,
is it true that you were so into pirates that you made your mother become one?
Shh. That's people don't know about that.
I think we revealed it the other week that your mom.
I think so. She's got a peg leg.
She didn't say she was a pirate, but she did mention that she had some operations done, and I believe her story was that her knee was hurting her, but was it because Barb wanted her to be a pirate?
Well, I mean, we did take that one family vacation out on the ocean, and I won't deny that there were activities involving other ships and boarding the other ships. I mean, piracy is a strong word when it comes to family vacations.
But it is a word.
It is a word. It is, in fact, a word. Yeah. I hear her laughing now. I don't know how much delay we have.
We'll have to have your mom on again in another episode to clear up this issue.
That's true. Yeah. But that's a little bit of the story of my mom and being a pirate.
Because, I don't know, she's known you your whole life, but
I've known her my whole life too.
But did she have any pirate tendency before Barb?
Before me? That is a good question. We will have to ask her. I mean, I could ask her, or we could wait and save that question for the show.
We'll wait and save that question if we remember.
Okay. Well, we can ask.
I
Remember.
gave this pirate an apple for a nose, and I don't think it's I think it's scary.
That's kind of more clown. You're going a little bit more clown. It could be a clown pirate.
Well, he is just a skull, so he could be a clown skull.
This is well, I mean, if you want to go my jam, I'm big on mixing together things. So, you know, mixing up a pirate and a clown would be terrifying. But on brand.
Does Barb actually make jam?
Does Barb actually make jam? Is that a question?
That's the question, yeah. You said it was your jam. Do you make jam with clowns?
I did once make a raspberry syrup that was kind of jelly-like. So maybe that counts. Does that count as a?
Well, the food critics will tell us for sure, but
yeah,
I think so.
Are any of the food critics watching?
They are. They just sometimes
watching. Yeah,
no one's watching at all.
Nobody's watching. That's okay.
Nobody's watching. It's okay.
We're just hanging out, and by no one we mean like our parents, and that's it.
Are they?
I know that my mom's watching because she's laughing from the other room. So unless she's laughing at something else, which is possible, you know,
it's possible. She's like, ha ha ha. Barb thinks I'm paying attention. I got a break from Barb.
Yeah.
I only got a break from Barb. She comes up here and just annoys me.
Exactly. That's the usual thing.
Yeah.
Like we usually get rid of her, but
she keeps coming back.
She keeps coming back. I know. Not so much right now. Not this year.
Well, yeah. I don't know which pirate caused the pandemic, but really.
Yeah, seriously. Like that's not cool.
No.
That's not cool, pirates. Stop it.
Not cool pirates. Are there any not cool pirates? I don't know.
Well, clearly, if they're making the pandemic happen.
Oh, well, yeah. You got a good point.
Yeah.
You got a point.
On the top of my head.
Oh. Did you file that down recently? Yeah, I don't see a point there now.
Well, that's why I wear the bandanas, you know.
Yes.
Jeez.
Barb was all in her pirate glory before we went on.
The
live stream started.
It doesn't work well with the headphones. With
being a pirate.
My yarn bombed headphones. Yeah.
Being a pirate, it's hard.
Well, no, I mean you can be a pirate, just not the aesthetic of one thing on top of your head. You have to coordinate carefully. Is what I'm saying.
One thing at a time is what you're saying. So, Barb, how many things have you made for your head over the years?
Ooh, a lot. Because I like putting random things on my head.
I hadn't noticed.
You had not noticed. Yeah, no, pretty much like anything that's one really good way of interacting with a kid who is being really shy is just to find a random thing and put it on your head.
Barb puts things on her head.
Barb puts things on her head. There are a whole lot of alternate titles to my life, really, than Barb makes things that are just Barb does blah, blah, blah. Barb breaks things.
Barb breaks things is my favorite show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, how did you come up with the title of your show?
Oh, okay. So,
You weren't expecting a real question. Sorry, threw you off.
No, that's fine. No, I've heard this question before too. It's. I think it kind of came to me, but it's less coming up with this name and more that I have a history of coming up with names that is relevant. Like I've got a web page, Paper Static, which is not so much the one I'm really currently using. That's barbmakesthings.com. But before it was Paper Static, it was audible.org, which the proper spelling of audible, not available, not surprisingly. So I said, okay, I'm going to make kind of a clever spelling. I'm going to go ODDIBLE.org.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that trying to spell that for people and get them to understand what you're saying, or getting them to type it properly,
not easy.
Clever is not a good business model. Something that is easily understood, easily spelled, is better. So I only had Audible for a brief period of time, and I still have it at like redirects, but that's why I got Paper Static, because that's a little bit easier to manage. So when I started my channel, I'm like, okay, it needs to be something like, if you can find something clever that somebody can, that is understandable and easily spellable, then like, that's great. But straightforward is better. Thus, I'm like, okay, what am I going to make this? I'm going to just like go as simple as possible. Can I describe it in a way that's concise? Barb makes things, because I was not going to limit myself to, just woodworking or
Barb
just 3D
makes
printing.
dice. That would be
Barb makes dice. See, that's the thing. A lot of people have, a username or a channel name or something that's specific to something like that. And it's like, that's great if you are interested in doing just one thing.
Yeah.
If you have that niche. I don't. I like doing all of the things.
All of them.
All of the things. Like, seriously.
So how many domain names do you have?
Oh boy.
I knew you had a bunch, but it sounds like even more several. Than I knew.
Well, I mean, those 3 are the ones that like relate to my actual main homepage.
Okay.
I have a number of ones that I've like kind of acquired briefly over the years for an idea that I came up with. And I hung on to it for a minute. Yes. What do I have right now?
I know you have one for your mom too.
I do have one for my mom. I've got one for my dad, I think. Yeah, I think we got that one for.
Do you have one for your brother?
I don't have one for my brother.
Do you have one for your cats?
I don't. They tend not to blog quite so often. I keep telling them that, cats are like the thing that is internet gold, but they're a little bit they're flaky busy on their consistency. They are pretty busy with all of the sleeping.
Being a cat.
And being a cat. Yeah. 12 and 3. But here's the question. Can I get through just those 4 numbers during this time? I feel like I doodle, but I tend to take some time when I do it. Does this qualify as doodling? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm doodling with fabric and paper.
That counts. That works. I say
using markers, but I moved on.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Because 7. I glued this on, and then I didn't like you could see the hot glue bumps. So I'm adding, and then I just kept going and going. Because it's orange, and going and going. Like behind the scary clown skull.
The clown pirate.
Clown pirate skull.
Or it's just an undead clown. That could be that too.
An undead. It's getting even scarier.
I know. Yeah, that would go well in my D&D game.
So
maybe.
Let's see. What doesn't Barb do?
Barb doesn't cook a lot.
Okay, you had one ready. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I don't cook a lot. I'm not terribly good with plants. Yeah, I'm not good at everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are some things that I don't really do that I want to do.
Like
I am so wanting to weld. I want to weld so badly.
Why don't you take a welding class when we're allowed back out, I mean?
Yeah. Partly, well, probably mostly because they're expensive, but
yeah, I've never priced out a welding class.
It's not terribly cheap. But I do want to weld, and I will at some point. It's been on my this year list for a number of years. But yeah, I want to weld. I've done a little bit of turning on a lathe. I'd like to do more. Oh, that was great. Nice work, Barb.
Barb
12,
destroys things.
3,
What
9.
time is it? Oh, Barb's clock is a little off.
A little bit. I'm like, okay, it was a 6. It's just upside down. Okay. That's not too hard to fix, actually.
Barb.
And that's why I do it in pencil first.
See, everyone, there are reasons for the drafting first.
There's method behind my madness.
There is a method for a reason.
Yes. Oh, wait,
reason
not
that
way.
my
This way.
pencil is covered in hot glue. Because, man, that stuff can hurt.
It's true. Very true.
And
how often have you hurt yourself?
Oh, I don't count, but it's
on hot glue.
Yeah, I haven't really burnt. Like I get
Not too bad.
For me, it's like ow. I haven't blistered or left any marks. I do have to clean. I do have to wash myself later. Not that I wasn't going to, but but it's because now I'm gluing different glues with fabric and paper, and it's all coming off on my fingers, which is kind of interesting. I'm starting to like this better now. There's a moment that I didn't like my art. And what do you do if you don't like your art, Barb?
You redo it. Or you do something else. Change it.
Do you redo it or do you change it? What is your personal? What do you do? Do you put it down, walk away? Do you throw it away? What do you do? Do you set it on fire? Do you give it to your mom?
That's another thing. Is if you have it as a thing that you are on schedule to complete. And if you have like something that's keeping you accountable to making this one thing happen,
that's different.
Either you have to modify it in some way or find some way of being like, okay, I didn't do exactly what I was doing, but I'm going to find some variation on it, or else just try harder and make it happen. Redo it. I mean, I could easily enough undo my 6, but things change. Like projects change a lot as you're doing them, right? Do you not have that? That's a thing that happens to people, right? That's not just
it is. I was just thinking about whether or not it happens during making clothes, but it does, but not as drastically. Like if you're making a shirt, it will end up a shirt. It might have some elements that are different. Like it might have sleeves when it didn't. I was gonna say.
Like, have you ever had a shirt that turned into like a vest instead?
No, I don't think I have. I mean, afterwards, I've had shirts that I've upcycled into vests, but that's different.
Right, but have they turned into a different style? Like you went a different direction with it or something?
A few things that have been upcycled have turned into different styles, and they haven't. Sometimes I'm like, why did I just do? And over the years, I mean, earlier on, there was times where I'm like, why did I just make this? I will never wear it.
Yeah.
Or so that's going to be something else, sell or modify again later. But yeah, I've learned more about what I'll wear.
Yeah. The more that you do these things too, the easier it is to like anticipate as you're doing it what things are going to work and what aren't. And when you need to start modifying or adjusting or give up on a certain plan and turn it into something else.
Yes.
Or if you come up with a better idea,
I agree. So Barb, if there's a fellow maker out there, are there places that they can go to use tools that they might not have that they don't want to purchase? For me, I know we can go to the library. They have a lot of maker tools, which include sewing machines and include 3D printers, which I was really impressed. The libraries have a lot of them, and other things, but they're closed right now.
Right.
Are there any solutions?
Yeah, so it's a little tricky in this situation.
Yeah.
There are some, like a number of maker spaces are opening up in small ways. Like I'm a member at Crash Space LA, which is a hacker space in Culver City, which has laser cutters. Like that's where I do my laser cutting and such. Ooh, what is this?
It
Nice.
looks like a peanut. I'm
1.8.
Sure.
Oh.
And
I'm like 1 colon. Whoa, that looks terrifying. Wait, let's see it. Oh my gosh, it's almost 3.
That's why.
Wow. Oh wow. I love it.
Wait, but it looks, this is fine on the back.
Ah, I like it.
That's the ground. This is what came out of the ground.
This is a Halloween art piece. You're getting ahead. That's a project I need to do.
Yeah, we will be doing some Halloween stuff in the future. Yes.
But somebody did like a Halloween challenge, which you should do too. Oh, there you go. It's a Halloween challenge. It's somebody I know on Twitter. It's a and I'll find his name.
Yeah,
but it's like it's a $50 Halloween prop challenge. I turned that challenge into almost a $0 prop challenge and just say to make it entirely out of recycled materials.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like they were saying you could use up to $50.
Correct.
Yeah, but Barb and I use 0, so
yeah.
For this show, we're using 0 all the time.
Well, sort of. Some of this stuff is stuff that we purchased.
I'm using 0 currently.
I'm actually right now I'm using 0 because a lot of it is
you didn't purchase.
Yes, I didn't purchase. Somebody purchased.
Yeah. All the stuff I have, somebody purchased at some time somewhere. Well, except for the samples that were given out. And as an artist, people give you a lot of stuff and you just accumulate stuff. I don't know how that happens, but it does.
It occurs to me that for doodling, what I should have done is I should have pre-made this part of it and then just been like drawing all over this thing the whole time. But I do have, because it is almost 3, assuming that we're stopping at 3.
Yes, yeah.
I got 4 of my numbers.
Oh, let's look at those numbers. Let's look at them, everyone.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do the others, or maybe I'll make them tiny, or maybe I'll just make. I'm going to make dots. I'm going to make like weird decorative dots for the others. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe they're like swirlies or something.
Are you going to leave the graph paper? Like, are you going to leave that on?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it's just definitely graph paper. Oh, for sure. Yeah, and then I'll do because that's one of the that's part of like with those straight lines. It's like I like playing around with the dots. Like you connect the dots. La 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 la.
Nice. Dancing my way out of the show with my scary clown. That's coming.
But Naomi Campbell / David Bowie was a connect the dots thing. I made dots and then I just connected them.
Oh, I love that we have faces to hold up. It's terrifying.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Terrifying. well, for everyone watching, Barb and I actually have a guest next week, not just ourselves. So come back to find out who it is and what kind of art they make and do and get inspired to make some more stuff. And for everybody watching, thank you for watching. Thank you, Barb, for letting me ask you some questions.
Thanks for asking me questions.
Yeah. We'll see you next Saturday. Yay. Bye.
Hey, bye.